Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands E3 2016 information and impressions, I guess review you want to say. Anyway, what's good, my G's, your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers in the house. How you doing? How you living? How you gaming? Of course, if you don't already know, G stands for Gamerz. Yo, I've been doing a few of these videos. I told you I'd do the breakdown. That's done. I've done a few breakout videos. That's done. I did overall E3 conferences individually, and now I've been doing a few games. I've done Titanfall, I've done Battlefield 1, I've done Forza Horizon 3, and this is Ghost Recon Wildlands. And link in the description below for all of the IGZ E3 2016 coverage. Is one playlist. I promise you it doesn't autoplay. You click the playlist and you get to pick whatever it is that you want. In all the videos, be sure to check out the description, and what's in the description maybe references to stuff that I'm saying, articles or whatever that I found that I put in there. In some cases beta links as well. I know the case with the Titanfall and the Battlefield, I put beta links in there, so check the fucking descriptions. So on to the situation, the sit rep as you want to call it. Ghost Recon Wildlands E3 kicked off the Ubisoft E3 conference. It ended the conference last year, so it started off with conference this year with some gameplay. I want to get this out the way. March 7th, 2017 is the date for this game as of today. This game is 9 months out, and there's a reason why I'm saying that. This is not a cover-up. I'm going to go give you the information as quick as I can, and then I'm going to tell you when I'm going to start going into personal impressions and etc. etc. So let me just report what I can report, what I found. What we seen at the E3 demo was a pre-alpha build. This is an open world military shooter with a 4-player with an co-op campaign up to 4 players that's supposed to be drop in and drop out if you do not have 3 other people to play with. Yes, this is 1 player offline with up to 3 AI teammates. It's not up to 3 AI teammates if you're solo. Those AI teammates do receive basic commands that you are able to give them. Basic, simple commands, because they don't want you having to micromanage your people. Also, which a lot of the digging that I was doing, I also found out that you will be able to, when you start the game, create your own custom character, whether a male or female operative. Sorry, you're a Spec Ops agent, and you're basically creating your race, your gender, your loadout, your equipment, your gear, all that kind of shit that they said. Again, this game is 9 months out. The location is Bolivia, and you're in the near future. So they did away with the future soldier shit. They did away with the advanced warfare shit. They kind of have a little bit in there, but near future. And basically what's going down in Bolivia, you already know what they do in Bolivia, and it's a tool used for many things, good and bad. The Mexican cartel shows up and turns it into a narco settlement, and our job is, as ghosts, is to go in there and shut it down however the fuck we feel like it. Now, something I want to point out to you Ubisoft fans and you open world fans, this is the largest game, action adventure open world game that Ubisoft has ever done. I repeat, the largest that they've ever done. And 24/7 you're playing Wildlands. Whether you're playing with friends or you're not playing with friends, you're playing the campaign Wildlands. There is no separate campaign. All the campaign is tied. There was no mention of multiplayer. I'm starting to believe that there is no multiplayer other than this co-op. Think Ghost Recon with Far Cry, and I don't want to say the Division. You guys can make that comparison if you want, because it was the other way around. So remember that. So basically, with this Wildlands of Bolivia, there are about 11 confirmed different ecosystems, vistas, that can also provide gameplay changers. If you see something, you see a place, you can go to it. Discovery is encouraged. This game is supposed to be a different experience than the others, with still the legacy team behind the game who knows what the Ghost Recon game and franchise bring is supposed to still be there to help deliver that, but just in the fun way that they're trying to do this particular game. So this is a different game. It is Ghost Recon, however it's different. One of the things that they were talking about was that the different bosses and the different AI react to different things. So as they showed in the demo, the stage demo and the demo that you can actually play if you're at E3, is that first boss or whatever, excuse me, that first little boss, you know, when y'all ran up on him, he ran. That doesn't mean all these dudes will run. Some of them may pull out on you and start, you throw two of them, they throw four back, hold that. Some of them may just blow up everything. They're different. Some of them may call the cavalry, hold it down. You know what I mean? It is what it is. They say it's going to be variety. Because it's open world, and I don't want to reference this, but actually let me finish reading the stats. Because it's open world, there are many ways to attack and complete an objective task or mission. And yes, there are outposts confirmed. So you outpost hunters, there you go. And the reason that they're taking this approach is this is a game that they've been wanting to play. They just haven't had the platform or the opportunity. The timeline didn't align up. And because of the power of where we at with next gen, the PC's always been there, but they obviously, you know, they're gonna boost more there. They were free to create this game, so you can play how you want and react to the challenges and changes of what's happening and your freedom of choice. And no matter what you do, whether you're playing solo or co-op, your progression goes with you. There are vehicles, there are land vehicles, there are air vehicles. They didn't say anything about water vehicles, but if you're going to be playing in the mountains, and this is that and third in Bolivia, I'm pretty sure there's that too. And also there will be locals. I believe you can kill the locals. They did cut a little joke that they shot a chicken by accident because they shot a snipe to some dude, a target, and it went through him and went to the chicken, blah blah blah. So again, March 7th is when the game is available. Platforms: Xbox One, PS4, PC. March 7th. This game is 9 months out and is running on the alpha build. Now that I got that at the moment, if you are a Ubisoft fan and you don't want to hear nothing bad, I'm giving you the opportunity to break out right now. If you want to hear something good and only good, I'm giving you the opportunity to break out right now. With that said, I'm going into my bag. I'm sorry. I was skeptical. We've been skeptical about Ubisoft for quite a while. I'm not even getting into the downgrade conversations. We know that. I've been talking about this since Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I'm not getting into that. I'll leave that for you guys to do. It's a pre-alpha build, whatever. I'm not touching that. What I want to get into is the game does not look stealth. The game does not make me feel like a Ghost Recon, a ghost, as they always like to stress. Yes, I like the freedom. I like the freedom for when my boys and myself, when we just feel like just fucking shit up, being badasses. But I do enjoy enough stealth. I'm not stealth enough to play Splinter Cell, but I'm stealth enough to play this fucking game. The one thing that's always been, and I always preach this to people about gameplay movement, I am a third-person shooter fan. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I've seen them all, but I've played my favorites, and I've played a lot of them. This game does not move like a Ghost Recon game should. Look up Ghost Recon Phantoms, aka Ghost Recon Online, aka Ghost Recon Online, the game that was promised to Wii U owners as a free-to-play that they never got. The reason why I'm telling you to look at that is because it is a Ghost Recon game, and you could just look at the player movements in that game, and then you come back and you look at any 10 to 15 to 30 to 45 seconds of any of the links that I got in the description below that is gameplay, and you will clearly see, forget about the graphics, the player movement mechanics. I even have a video on my old channel. I actually have a video on the old channel, and I probably have a video on Lifestyles Defined. That is a lifestyles plug. We do have another channel called Lifestyles Defined, where we do we do tech and all this other ill ass types of shit. That's right, I said it, ill ass types of shit. Subscribe. Where I go in talking about how much I love the player movements in Ghost Recon Future Soldier. So dope, even in the gunsmith room or the fucking virtual whatever the shit's called. So dope. I did not see any of that here, which leads me to believe a couple things. I didn't look into it. No one asked, because I damn sure would have asked. It leads me to believe that they might be working on a new engine, and this is what they were able to show us. There was no prone action. I didn't see any kind of cover system that fucking Ghost Recon is known for, especially Future Soldier. I mean, goddamn it, it's not there. Now, the audio was off. Audio sound pretty good, but it didn't sound lively either. There was some bland player chatters, player callouts, some that we've gotten so used to in other games. And I'm not even sure if you can even say it's a Ubi game like that anymore, excuse me. But we get it from Bad Company too. You get it from the Battlefield series. You get it from what was the other game? What was the other game with the chatter? I believe I got some of it from Far Cry 4, if I'm not mistaken, when you were doing co-op. But there's something a little off about the player chatter here. Again, 9 months out, I'm a little okay with that, but I can't, and it was irritating me as I'm going back to the mechanics. But there's one last thing I want to say. I mentioned Ghost Recon, and if you're a fan that has some distance to you, you got you're a little seasoned gaming veteran, you may have heard of a little game called SOCOM. You may have heard of a game called SOCOM 4, which is the most un-SOCOM. In fact, I think we call it un-SOCOM 4. I'm a PlayStation head. We play SOCOM. We lost our game. Ghost Recon is that much more important to me now because there is no more SOCOM. I was happy to have both, and then I lose SOCOM, which was my right arm. With that said, SOCOM 4 was not the developer's fault, although they are the martyrs. Sony pushed them to do a certain thing, and they're no longer here. I have to say this, as of right now, this game looks like SOCOM 4. That's the only graphical comparison I'm going to make. It looks like a HD SOCOM 4. It moves like a HD SOCOM 4, and that isn't cool because that came out damn near 8 years ago. Well, 6 years ago, however you want to look at it. However, it doesn't matter. Fuck the however, it just doesn't matter. I'm not sure why they're running around showing this particular game like this, why they letting people get their hands on it like this. But even in the conversations that I was reading in the comment section, if you go to the IGN video, if you go to the GameSpot video, yeah, there are thumbs down for the shitty gameplay of, I believe, the IGN players. However, if you read the comments and you read them well and you read them neutrally, don't go in hating, don't go in looking for hate, go in happy, you will see what everybody's pointing out, and it was very clear to me even at that E3 demo. If you follow me on Twitter, there was a lot of shit I did not say. You can see how I got the Ghost Recon and it kicked off the show. I didn't say nothing, and then I picked it up later for the other parts of the show. I was looking forward to this. I'm just gonna put this whole shit on pause. I'm only doing the video because I know you guys want to hear an opinion about it. I know I had to report the news to you guys because the information just wasn't out there readily available to where I could have just got it and posted it to you guys. So that last little, I guess, 8 minutes of this video was my thoughts on what I saw. As of right now, I'm going to tell you to uninvest and enjoy whatever it is you can enjoy right now. If you're a third-person shooter, There's a war against us. I don't understand why, because people keep asking for them, and yet we are being delivered games that don't fit the categories of what we're used to playing, and they're not expanding on what we're used to playing that can incorporate new players. And I get it, I understand. I've been around way too long to know what it takes for a game, to not know what it takes, but to understand the possibility of things that it could take to help extend a series. This Ghost Recon game looked like the beginning of a problem, and I know you got to ace up your hand with at least a Future Soldier 2 or Graw 4, would it be? Everybody's giving that future shit a little bit of a rest, and I do applaud that. Shout out to Battlefield, shout out to, not really Call of Duty, but Call of Duty. And of course, you know, Titanfall is a different beast in its own. However, what we get from a military shooter, third person, what we expect, and what this is looking like, these are going to be a very long 9 months. And I'm telling you right now, I'm uninvesting from this mentally, because when this comes out in March, I'm going to be looking for it, and it better not be in the same condition that I saw this past E3. I know it sounds bad, I know it sounds harsh. I am not picking on them. I know you guys know how I feel about Destiny. I never ripped Destiny in half. I know you know how I feel about the Division. I don't rip the Division in half. I say my piece, and I don't feel like I'm being too harsh. I want to be harsh on this game, but I'm in such a good space. But I am cautious. I am worried because I am losing third-person OTS games that are military-based. I don't even know if I'm gonna get an actual Spec Ops sequel. If they do, it might not even be Spec Ops The Line, which was the last one that I enjoyed. And people don't know that Spec Ops The Line has actually been out before SOCOM. In fact, if you look at the original PlayStation Spec Ops The Line and then you look at the first SOCOM, you might start asking some questions. I hope I got you some information. I hope the links in the description help you. Your boy Snow, I hope you're enjoying the content. Your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, and I'm out. Peace.